Hello, I'm JACKISNOTABIRD, and today I am jumping on the bandwagon. I never get on these YouTube trends quick enough. They're always over and not cool anymore before I discover them. I mean, were they ever cool? That is a good question. So lots of YouTubers have been doing assumptions you made about me videos, basically asking all of you what assumptions you have about us, and then we respond. Oh my god, it's a classic YouTube challenge. I am such a YouTuber. Oh my god, I can't even say that ironically because this freaking sweatshirt I'm wearing. Oh, I can't even pretend that I'm cool anymore. I am just a basic YouTuber. Ugh. Wonder if any of you made that assumption about me. Before I dive into all of your assumptions, which by the way, I asked on Twitter and Instagram and the community tab on YouTube, so if you ever want to see things like this, if you missed it, you didn't get your assumption in there, make sure you're following me at JACKISNOTABIRD on Twitter and Instagram, and you can turn on the notifications bell thingamajigger if you want to see those community tab posts. But at the end of this video, do stick around. I'm gonna do a little surprise, maybe not a mini kind of giveaway type of thing at the end of the video, so stick around for that. But now let's dive into those assumptions. Okay, we're gonna dive right in there with one that really shook me to my core, knows me so well. You're characterized by your feathers, toothless beaked jaw, laying of hard-shelled eggs, high metabolic rate, four-chambered heart, and strong yet lightweight skeleton. Your friends would describe you as territorial and living in small family groups or possibly forming part of a large flock. You caught me. JACKISNOTABIRD is really a bird. Alright, I can't even make good jokes about my last name. You guys all do it way better than I do. You actually like to cook real food, not just weird waffles. True, absolutely true. I wish I were a little bit better at it, but I do enjoy doing it. Love eating good food. You're a Hufflepuff. No. I didn't even have to get up from my seat to find some Gryffindor swag. That is how much Gryffindor stuff I just have everywhere. You're a vegetarian. No, I was in college and for a while after, but definitely not now. When you're lactose intolerant and kind of can't have soy either, it is like super hard to be a vegetarian on a budget. I know it's possible. Listen, I know it is. That's just not the life choice I'm making right now. You're introverted. No, I don't. I like to say that I'm a reluctant extrovert because like actual definition of introversion and extroversion, like I get recharged and more energy when I hang out with people. I just don't really always want to hang out with people. I would prefer to stay home alone quite often, just read a book, work on some stuff, but then I usually get a little bit depressed. And I feel better if I hang out with people, even though I don't always want to. But I'm also, as far as like stereotypical traits of extroverts and introverts go, totally more stereotypically an extrovert. I'm pretty outgoing. You don't like conflict. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, that one is so true and it hurts and it is a thing I should work on. You don't really like to hang out with friends, you'd rather be alone, so you really need to push yourself to get out there and be social. Basically just said that exact thing, so well done, S-Impel. They also said you only see your parents a few times a year. Actually, that's not true. I see them less than a few times a year. It's really sad. I wish I lived closer to my family, but also don't want to live in Texas or New Mexico, so guess that's my problem. You like waffles and Harry Potter books, but not waffling Harry Potter books. Correct. If I mentioned Mahutokoro, Uagadu, and Castelabruxo, you would be the only person in the room to understand what I was talking about. Huh? No, sorry, no clue what you're talking about. You don't drink, that is false. I don't drink to excess, I drink responsibly. Also, if you're new here, I'm 28. It's okay that I drink. If you're underage in your jurisdiction, you should not be drinking. You don't like bubble baths. Yes and no. I think bubble baths rock. I am particularly a fan of taking a bubble bath while eating an ice cream sundae. Dairy-free ice cream sundae, of course. But I have to have like just bleached the tub, like really scrubbed it down, and sometimes still wear swim trunks. I am total germaphobe when it comes to certain things. You were on the debate team in high school. Kind of. I was on the oral interpretation team, which is like the speech side of debate, kind of like competitive acting. At our school, oral interp and debate did not like each other very much, but like, I mean, for all intents and purposes, yeah, kinda. You happen to like to read, but don't like to write, and you're afraid of needles. Love to read would be a real problem if I did not like to write. So fortunately, I do, and no, I'm not afraid of needles. I mean, I can get a little nervous before doing my own T-shot, and sometimes I get squeamish like seeing needles going into bodies in movies and stuff, but no, I never really had a fear of them. But you are not alone. So many people have a fear of needles. It is totally natural. You like painting and drawing on yourself. I have not done it in a while, but like, yes, that is a huge thing that I'm into and used to be like a big part of, I mean, kind of like self-therapy. It was like when I would get really stressed or confused about things, I would really like to paint my body. You know, and I guess it's kind of been like, since coming out and transitioning, I haven't felt the urge to do that before. So maybe it was partly like trying to take control over and feel a connection to my body when I was a lot more dysphoric. Wow, thanks Jed Indiana Jones for helping me figure that out about myself. You never make grammar mistakes. Oh my gosh, I make so many. Anyone who has my tweets on notification knows how many typos I make. Like, I mean, I enjoy English grammar and all of that. I just like missed some crucial lessons on clauses and I don't know. You're more of a musical theater gay than a Drag Race gay. I mean, if we're choosing between the two, because I've never seen Drag Race, yeah. And I mean, I grew up sort of in musical theater, so I've got a soft spot for it, but I'm not hugely up to date with it all. I don't like listen to musicals all the time anymore. You never style your hair. Am I doing it right if I have achieved the laid back style so well that people don't think that I put any effort into it? Or am I just doing that bad? I mean, I like sort of style my hair. I put product into my hair anytime that I'm going out or gonna be on camera, because if I don't, like, my hair is so fine and increasingly thin that if I do nothing to it, I mean, it just like, it looks silly and I look 5 years old. Definitely one of those people who puts them on sock shoe, you maniac. No. I am sock, shoe, left, right, always have been since I started putting my own shoes on. Feels so weird if I don't do it that way, and you don't just have to take my word for it. Here is proof.
To be debated, sock, shoe, or sock, shoe? Team Awesome, are you prepared now to present your rebuttal? Too bad, because you gotta do it right now.
Now also, I want to let you know, sure, there can be some safety issues in wearing socks and shoes, but it's not from just wearing socks. It is from wearing one sock and one shoe. If you are putting on your socks and your shoes and there's an emergency, a fire comes in your house, you are going to be in much more trouble if you were having to hop. You would hop out of an emergency? No. You need to be on even feet. And they say this Lars figure who died in a sock-related slipping accident, we looked that up. That is libel. Lars did not die because he didn't put his shoes on correctly. He did not have shoes. And I would ask Team Badass to check their privilege.
You're afraid that 2,000 plus years later an archaeologist will misgender you. Yep. Yeah, no, totally am. However, I have seen some posts from archaeologists recently that have said that actually the whole like figuring out the gender of someone based on their bone structure, especially like their hip structure and ribs and all those sorts of things, is actually not as reliable as introductory students of archaeology are led to believe. So I'm trying not to be as scared of it anymore, since people with more experience have told me that I shouldn't be concerned about it. But ever since I learned about that in my biological anthropology class in college, it is something that I've been sad about. You lean left on a lot of things politically, but also find yourself in the middle/moderate. I would say no. I think sometimes my approach to change can be a little bit more centrist, but as far as like the ultimate goal and like the change that I would want to see in my ideal world, it's all very, very left-leaning radical. You don't really like being approached by strangers, fans, in random places, coffee shops. Wait, the coffee shop thing made this specific. Did you like see me at a coffee shop? For the record, it does not happen to me often enough for it to really bother me. I usually think it's pretty cool, and I'm happy to like say hi and chat for a minute and take a picture if you want to. So if you ever see me out and about, feel free to come up and talk to me, unless I look really upset or am engaged in a very serious conversation or looks like I'm in a business meeting or something. Like, maybe then don't. But in general, totally fine, so long as you're like nice and respectful and understand that I might have to move on after a moment. You wish you were taller. I mean, like, yeah. I like my size in relation to a lot of the world, but just like the way that society is, I wish that I were at least like 5'6". I mean, come on, just a couple of inches more. You read at least a book a week. Not quite. I would say I read 1 or 2 a month, maybe. I'd love if I could read a book a week. If I had the time to do that, I would totally do that. I feel like you wore a shark tooth necklace in high school. No. I do still have my wisdom teeth that I got out, and I've thought about putting those onto a necklace, though. That'd be pretty metal. You have student loans. Do I ever? Your love of waffles is a childhood nostalgia thing. Totally is. I mean, like, lots of different points and things throughout childhood and teenage years, and also just generally like loving the food itself, the texture of it on your tongue. You secretly prefer pancakes over waffles, but you don't want to betray the brand. No, I don't, but I do enjoy pancakes, and in fact, if you were to see me at a diner having breakfast somewhere, I almost never order waffles because I don't think they do them well enough. The waffles are often just like burnt. They're just like usually not good unless you're at a Waffle House. For any waffle maker you ever owned that did not survive a Will It Waffling, you have given it a proper funeral with honors and a rollicking wake. Funnily enough, only one Waffle Iron has ever had to be retired, and I did just that, and you can watch the video of it there. You have a keyboard Waffle Iron on your Amazon wishlist. How did you get my Amazon wishlist? Because that is true, and my wishlist is private, so I'm thinking you're a Russian bot is hacking me, or maybe you're my FBI security person. I assume you won't be able to follow this trend without inserting a small amount of social commentary and then subsequently putting a positive twist on it. I did insert social commentary at the start. I don't really know how much of a positive twist I'm putting on this though. It's a pretty neutral kind of prompt. You've actually never read Harry Potter in real life, and you're actually a Twilight stan. All right, I have read Harry Potter, but I was a little bit of a Twilight stan back in the day. In fact, here is a picture of me in Forks, Washington in 2009. Yeah, really. When walking, you go out of your way to step in piles of crunchy leaves. Oh yeah, all about that crunch. You pour your milk first and then add cereal. Why would anyone do that? The splash, lots of splash of milk. You're fed up with the MTA. I mean, who isn't? You spend 20 minutes working on lighting to cut down on glasses glare and then give up. Yeah, it's just the worst. Like, why did I establish myself as someone who wears glasses on YouTube? I could have just been the person who kind of does videos without glasses on and everything's a little blurry and I have to memorize everything. And then you all see me in other pictures and I'm wearing glasses and it's like, ooh, I should stop wearing glasses in videos. What if I did this? Do you know the potential of like lighting options that I could have and how much easier lighting would be if I didn't have to worry about this stupid glasses glare? That you are in a relationship but do not show it on camera. I have very purposefully and intentionally always kept that part of my life private, as I will continue to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You don't like dancing or are indifferent to it. False. Love dancing. I dropped my phone. Those types of motor skills might tell you I'm not a very good dancer, but I love it. I'm gonna be out there doing all my dad moves, looking so white. It's fine. I love it. I'm having fun. I like bringing other people into it. Dancing is great. All right, last one. I assume you have great shirts. This one you got right now. All right, so this is in response to the picture that I posted asking people for these assumptions. I was wearing my awesome Wizards in Space shirt, which was designed by the person who asked this question, Riley. But they also designed me a shirt. I have my first ever t-shirt merchandise. They are Will It Waffle shirts. So all of you Will It Waffle fans, go to dftba.com/JACKISNOTABIRD, which is my main merch store. You can get this awesome retro style design of the Will It Waffle logo. I have been wanting to make this shirt forever, and I'm so excited it finally exists in the world. So please go purchase it, wear it, send me all the pictures of you wearing it, eating waffles while wearing it, waffling the shirt, anything. I want to see it. Send them to me at JACKISNOTABIRD, hashtag it Will It Waffle. Riley and I are cooking up some more designs, so if you're not a Will It Waffle fan, if you were here more for the LGBT stuff, we're coming up with some other designs too. We got a couple of fun things in the works. Now, if you're looking at my merch store and you're like, oh, I really want something of Jackson Birds, that sounds weird for me to say, but like you really want something, but you can't afford anything right now, I have good news for you. I recently got a little surprise in the mail, and I want to share part of that with you. So watch this little thing, and I'll talk about how you can get something that you're gonna see in this little clip. All right, so I just got this package, this big package, and I did not order something. I don't know who it's from. Given the mystery around this, I thought maybe I would film it on the off chance that this is something cool. Oh boy. I had a feeling this might be what I would see in here. What could this possibly be? When I said I had a feeling that it could be from YouTube, it's not because I was expecting anything, it's just because usually when I get a mysterious package, it's from YouTube. Look at this monstrosity. This is so big. Congratulations on an incredible year. Here's so many more. Is this a suitcase? Oh my gosh. Look, I got a little like tag I'm glad I changed my profile picture to one I like more recently. Each video you upload, each comment you love, and each person that clicks that red subscribe button all play a part, big and small, in this place we share called YouTube. We know how much passion you pour into your work each day and the dedication you have to your craft. The community you have built is a reflection of that. We're very interested to see what you create in 2019. We'll be here watching, liking, and subscribing from the sidelines and rooting for you. The YouTube team. Okay, so there is a little card inside. It says, sharing is caring. That's why we crafted some postcards for you to share with your fans. Ooh, these look super cool. Whoa, lots of stickers. So many stickers. Wow, these are cool, guys. All right, so if you want to get one of these postcards and a handful of these stickers sent to you, I'm going to send these out, a postcard with some stickers to 4 people. So if you want to be one of those people, all you gotta do in the comments, tell me your favorite type of pizza. Yeah, I'm hungry when I'm filming this, and some of these stickers have pizza on them, so that's all I can think about right now. So leave a comment saying your favorite type of pizza. I'm going to choose 4 comments, mostly randomly. It's not gonna be like you have to have the best comment in the world. I'll probably like put them into a spreadsheet and choose randomly or something like that. And then I will message you, or I'll like reply or something. We'll set up email. You'll send me your mailing address and you'll get a little postcard in the mail. Also, these feel really good. They're like that kind of matte feeling. Oh, I love this feeling. I love when books feel like this. The 4 of you who get these postcards, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, that is it. This has been a very long video. Thank you if you stuck around to the end. I'll know who did because you'll be talking about your pizza toppings in the comments below. But yeah, thank you all so much for sending in those assumptions. I had so much fun reading them. If you, again, didn't know, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JACKISNOTABIRD. That's where I post things in between videos about other stuff that's going on in my life or my thoughts and opinions on the world. And don't forget that you can check out that It Waffle t-shirt and all of my other merch at dftba.com/JacksonBird. I also have a Teespring store that has like some It Waffle pillows in it. Links to all of that will be down in the description box. All right, I gotta go now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.